Good evening and welcome to East Longmeadow High School for tonight's matchup between the Easthampton Eagles and your East Longmeadow Spartans. I'm Brady Dobeck alongside Chad O'Brien. We're ready to kick the action off tonight. We haven't done this in a little while since the state semifinal game up in Canton, Massachusetts against the Bulldogs. That was a great matchup, but I'm really excited to get going again. Took a little work off, fixed the schedule up a little bit, because I know the parents definitely wanted me to get back on the mic this year. So kickoff has just begun, and I'm ready to go, Chad. I don't know about you.
Yeah, hopefully East Longmeadow can bounce back from that great season last year, like keep things rolling and maybe make a run at playoffs again this year. I mean, they had a tough start. They're looking to get their first win here at home at Spartans Stadium. So let's see what they can do here against Easthampton.
East Longmeadow coming off of a recent loss to Agawam 1-0. They currently have a record of 0-2-1, and Easthampton is currently, I believe, 2-1-1, and they are coming off a win against Mount Everett 4-0. So East Longmeadow, obviously, it should be a fairly even matchup, I would think.
East Longmeadow has had a bit higher strength of schedule so far, from what I've heard from some of the guys. So I think this game should be good.
So East Longmeadow starting off with some quick offensive attack. Ball gets over. It's Oliveri. Throws it up the sideline to Riley, and it's booted out of bounds by Boyer. East Longmeadow throwing on the near sideline. Riley fires it in to Richards. Richards tries to chip it around, and Easthampton's on a fast break up the other way. Diascoli contending with Marwitz. Passes it back to Morgado. Morgado's going to clear to half field, where it's headed down by Ramosa. Richards back to Riley. Riley looking for an open man. Finds Oliveri. Passes back to Diascoli. Biggins, quick switch of field, makes a quick cut move. Passes outside to Merrigan. Merrigan trying to find Stone in the middle. It's picked up by Monroe. Monroe, quick touch back to Presnell, and it's cleared up field by Bassis. Morgado comes out to contest Navarro, and that ball is out of bounds. Easthampton throwing on the far sideline.
Morgado giving me some flashbacks to Ben Giroux last year with the aggressive play style. I like it, though. He makes the play and gets rid of a potential scoring opportunity for Easthampton.
And a quick shot on net there. And it hits the post and goes out of bounds. It's going to be East Longmeadow goal kick for Morgado. Obviously, AJ seeing his first starting spot of his career in his senior year.
Yep, him and Tyler Dudley. He won the starting spot this year. Obviously, Tyler didn't play last year, so, I mean, that for sure helps, you know.
Presnell passes it over to Riley. Riley looking for an open man. Touch pass to Richards in the middle. Richards to Biggins. East Longmeadow seems to be looking like they're attacking everybody. All the defenders are going upfield, and now there's a fast break with Navarro. 2-on-1. Biggins is able to get back. Navarro makes a cut move inside and tries to throw a little dribbler on net. Scooped up easily by Morgado.
Little confidence builder for Morgado there. Just get his hands on the ball, you know, and build up that confidence early in this game.
I believe Navarro is the leading scorer for Easthampton. So he's certainly going to be the one to watch tonight. He currently has 5 goals.
Followed by Marowitz with 4.
Oliveri.
Both seniors.
Richards. Riley tries to find Presnell, and it's intercepted. Riley steals it back again, kicks it back to Biggins. Biggins is going to try and switch fields over to Monroe. Monroe heads it down in the air. Stone, quick chip pass over to Merrigan. Merrigan sends it up the sideline. Richards, he's got a break, sends it inside, finds Monroe. Monroe's inside with a little bit of space, but runs out of room, out of bounds. Going to be a Easthampton goal kick for Danucci Sims.
Great touch to the outside by Monroe to Richards there. Really shows the skill that kid has.
Now we're going to see what kind of foot Sims has got. As he prepares to launch one. Kind of a low laser. Not very much distance on that. It's blocked down. Comes out to Monroe. And stolen by Easthampton. They have possession. Morowitz trying to send it up to Navarro. And it's stolen. East Long Meadow making their way back upfield. Presnell and Monroe with a little tic-tac-toe. Presnell fighting through 3 defenders. And he's taken down outside the 18. Merrigan picks up the ball. A little touch pass from Richards. Merrigan's got some room on the right side. Crosses it in. And it's well defended by Easthampton defense. Once again, cleared back up. East Long Meadow keeping a lot of offensive zone time right now. Oliveri trying to beat a defender. Can't. Hopefully the East Long Meadow student section will fill up tonight. A little light right now. Definitely need to get some energy going here tonight, Chad. It's a beautiful night out. It's 69 degrees. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is great out. It's a perfect time of year, you know, for the weather.
Presnell with the ball to Oliveri. Oliveri trying to cross it into middle and hits Ramosa right in the chest. Quick little dribbler on net, and Sims, easy scoop up. He punts it past midfield. Diascoli with the head ball towards the far sideline, and that's going to not go out, saved by Richards. And he passes it back to Merrigan. Merrigan a quick one-touch to Biggins. Biggins tries to play it to Stone. And well defended. Morowitz with the ball, working with Navarro at midfield. Navarro trying to beat Richards. And Zach Richards now taking the ball up the other way for East Long Meadow. Tries to go through the middle, and Ramosa there to break it up. Switch fields to Oliveri. Riley overlapping on the outside. Now Oliveri. Presnell back to Richards. Richards to Presnell. Presnell trying to get a little quick touch pass. Misses the ball, and it goes all the way inside the 18 and picked up by Sims.
So far, Sims hasn't really been tested in that. Just a few dribblers and that missed pass there.
Biggins and Navarro go up for it. Biggins chasing down Navarro. Navarro flying up the far sideline. And Diascoli steps up to help out Biggins. Ball back inside, and there's a shot on net, and it goes way right. And there's going to be a corner kick for Easthampton.
Diascoli really stepping up to his role. The kid's young, sophomore. He was on varsity, I believe, last year as well.
I'm not sure if how much playing time he got, but
no, but either way, you know, practicing with varsity helps. And kid's really stepping into his role at center back. So
absolutely. Corner kick inside the 18, headed out by Presnell. Ends up on Stone's foot, and then Merrigan clears it up. Monroe trying to get a head ball on it, misses. And now Richards putting some pressure on Sims. And Sims clears it out to the far sideline to Cloutier. Cloutier, his pass is stolen. Monroe to Richards, to Oliveri. Oliveri to Presnell. And it looks like they're going to call an offsides. East Long Meadow with another good opportunity, but getting a little too eager and ends up crossing the line without the ball.
East Long Meadow's just got to watch themselves there. If they can keep that on sides, that's a opportunity for a cross right there to Monroe and potentially an easy goal.
And now Easthampton on a fast break. Here comes Morowitz. Morowitz gets a shot! And AJ Morgado comes up with a huge save, diving to his right.
And Morgado's first test of the game, and he succumbs, or doesn't succumb. He
doesn't succumb to the pressure, Chad.
Doesn't succumb to the pressure. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, I was looking for the wording.
I know you were. That's definitely feel good for Morgado. going to get his confidence up for the rest of the night. Now, through ball, easily scooped up by Morgado, and he rolls it out wide to Riley. Riley to Oliveri. Oliveri up the sideline to Richards. Richards contested by Boyer. Inside to Monroe. Monroe through ball trying to find Presnell, and Sims steps up to clear it out. Ball jumps back to Biggins. Biggins clears it to the far sideline where it's collected by Richards. Richards back inside to Stone. Stone trying to find Richards heading towards the flag, and it's broken up. Biggins to Zach Richards. Two different Richards on the field, so don't get confused. Morowitz beats a man, sends it up to Boyer. Boyer switches fields to the left side. Biggins defending, passes it back, and it is deflected out of bounds off of Easthampton, and it's going to be an East Longmeadow goal kick.
It was almost deflected on net. It was a powerful shot there.
A little scary.
You know, if that's on net, there's not much you can do about it as Morgado.
East Longmeadow's had a lot of offensive zone time, but I've yet to see their defense a little bit shaky right now. They're letting a lot, obviously, up top with Marowitz and Navarro. They've got a lot of speed, so they're going to need to make sure that they keep pushing these guys outside all night. Don't let them get a clear area towards the net. You definitely don't want them to get a clean shot, obviously. They've already been putting up some good points so far this year. 9 goals between the both of them, so that's E.D. Scully stepping up nicely.
I mean, you got to remember that pretty much that whole back line is new to varsity. Aside from, I mean, a lot of them played varsity before, but the starting role was covered by the seniors last year. I mean, I think they lost, what was it, 11 seniors?
Yeah, they lost pretty much their whole starting lineup last year.
Yeah, I mean, aside from Biggins, who got injured last year, that whole back line, I'm pretty sure was all seniors.
Richards fighting with Ramosa. And Zach Richards. And it's picked up by Oliveri. Ball does not go out of bounds. Cleared inside. Looking for Richards. Richards tries to get a shot on net. And it's scooped up easily by Sims. We got some new players in for East Longmeadow. Tyler Richin, number 24. As well as Gus Mazza will be filling in for the center back.
And Bradley as well steps up for a substitution, which hasn't been made yet. We'll see what he goes in for.
Morgado scoops up a ball easily inside the 18 and rolls it out quickly to Andrew Oliveri. Oliveri with a quick step move outside, passes it up the line to Richards, and there's a whistle. Looks like it's going to be a free kick, I believe, for East Longmeadow.
And
Biggins.
Oliveri shows
Touch
some
pass.
composure there. He's pretty calm with the ball. You know, he has good control, and it's impressing me for, I believe, a sophomore.
Absolutely.
Just a really young team overall.
Biggins plays it to the near sideline to Oliveri. Oliveri certainly getting a lot of touches tonight. Him and Richards seem to be working the ball nicely on the left side. And there's another whistle on the play. Shea McCarthy also going in for East Longmeadow. He is a sophomore. I got to get to know some of these new faces.
Yep. It's different from last year. Not many familiar heads, obviously, aside from our friends on the team.
Easthampton working the ball up quickly across inside the 6, and it goes cleanly out of bounds. No contest there for Morgado. And now some more subs coming in. Nick Bradley will come into the game, I believe, along with Sam Hanley. Hanley making his first appearance tonight. Richards will exit the game. And Diascali sends it all the way up to midfield, where it's taken down by Retchin. Retchin goes out wide, and it's blocked down, eventually deflected out of bounds off an East Longmeadow player. Easthampton throwing on the far sideline around midfield. And McCarthy to Hanley. Biggins to Presnell, and Presnell can't control it cleanly. Ball goes out of bounds, throw in for Boyer. Sam Hanley putting pressure on Boyer, wins the battle and is taken down. Should be a free kick for East Longmeadow, and they will be granted.
An awesome play by Hanley there to draw the foul, and he fights through the box out and eventually wins his team the ball there for a free kick.
Love to see the aggressiveness early out of Hanley. He's only been in for a couple minutes and already proving his spot. 24 minutes remaining in the first half.
East Longmeadow with a set play off the free kick.
Hanley looking for the PK mark, and it dribbles out to Mazza, and now Easthampton's got a fast break with Marowitz, and he's tripped up by Biggins. Marowitz flying up the outside, cuts inside, and it's taken away by Nick Bradley, I believe.
I believe you're right, and he just boots it out of bounds on the left side for an Easthampton throw.
Well, that might have been McCarthy. I'm not really sure.
I couldn't really tell. It was far away.
Having a tough time seeing these numbers. I don't know if they. I believe that was McCarthy on the defensive play there. Stolen by Hanley, and he tries to go up the sideline to Presnell. Nobody home. Another throw in for Boyer on the near sideline, midfield. Boyer.
Once again, almost stolen by Hanley.
Chips it up, Biggins. It's taken down by Bora Marowitz in a little bit of a tussle with Hanley. And
I believe that was Lucas Shabelli.
Shabelli also into the game tonight. Now
I believe
Easthampton.
he's a freshman as well, Shabelli. But I've heard he's showing a lot of glimpses of talent.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully these young bloods can certainly mature early, and hopefully the East Longmeadow can get some chemistry going, because I know the team last year had a lot of chemistry, but obviously that's not here anymore. This is a new era, new group of guys.
Yeah,
they got to get connected.
It's just got to. It's going to take a few games, you know. They'll get there.
Scully to midfield.
You got to get familiar with your teammates' habits and where they're going to be, you know, off ball. So they'll figure that out eventually, at least hopefully.
Presnell trying to find Hanley in the corner, and it's blocked down. Mazza tries to clear it, misses it, and it should be off of an Easthampton player, but okay, and the referees are in agreement. Should be an East Longmeadow throw-in, and it will be. Samir Khan with the throw-in. And it's booted out of bounds again. Khan will have another shot at it around midfield. He fires it in. And it's headed down. Khan stepping up again to make a nice defensive play. Bradley tries to find Retchin in midfield. Excuse me, Shabelli. Played out wide to Biggins. Biggins to Hanley. Hanley trying to split the defenders. Ends up back on Biggins' foot. And here comes Retchin. Excuse me, McCarthy. Oh my gosh, all these guys look the same.
Yeah, a lot of depth on this team, which results in a lot of substitutions because everybody's trying to get their time in. But and all the soccer haircuts doesn't
Oh,
help.
absolutely. Yeah, I'm getting Retchin and McCarthy and Chabelle. I'm getting them all screwed up. They're all in the same area of the field. And I believe that's Chabelle, number 22. Is correct on that one. Passes inside to McCarthy, and he gets a shot on net. It goes off the crossbar. Rebound for Fresnel. He tries to get one on net, and it goes wide right. That one really stunk if it went in and I got the wrong name on the call.
Who shot that there?
I believe it was McCarthy, but like I said, Chad, they all look the same to me.
Oh boy. And whoever ordered those
Retchin or
jerseys
McCarthy.
wasn't helping us out with these tiny numbers.
Having a tough time tonight. Sims gets a break there, and we'll have a goal kick.
What a shot either way. Put a little finesse on it.
Easthampton throwing. And it's cleared up to Marowitz. Biggins and Marowitz. And Biggins with the foul. Free kick for Easthampton around the 30-yard line. Boyer will be taking it for Easthampton. Boyer fires it inside the 18. It's headed down and chased down by Bradley. Fires it out wide to Retchin, who then sends it up the line. It goes out of bounds. Quick Easthampton throwing. Ball's played back to Goddard. And sent up through ball. Morgado has to come out and makes a nice play on it. Navarro looking to attack. A.J. Morgado's punt just short of midfield. As Retchin battles for it, along with Chabelle. Biggins steps up, gives it to Zach Richards. Richards trying to find Presnell. They can't connect. Easthampton now with the ball again. Navarro on the sideline, sends it into the middle to Narowitz. Narowitz, a quick one-touch pass to Garvey. Garvey to Narowitz. Narowitz shoots one, and it goes off the crossbar. Morgado couldn't do anything there. And Boyer, a quick chip pass back inside. Narowitz looking for another shot. East Long Meadow trying to clear it out. Biggins gains control and does so to find Presnell. And Bassis quick to clear up.
Morgado lucky to catch the same break as Sims did right there with that shot off the crossbar.
Bradley firing up the far sideline, and it's touched out lightly by the Easthampton defender. Yeah, Morgado definitely lucky to get that bounce. Mr. Freeman says it's goalie's best friend of the post, and I would agree with him a lot. Presnell trying to go for the bicycle kick.
Yeah, definitely a good feeling when you're in net and you hear that ring off the post of the crossbar when it goes back behind you.
Except for when you're
except
the
when
one
it's bar
shooting.
down or post down.
Yeah. Riley tries to clear it to Monroe. Merrigan, one touch to Monroe. Merrigan on the overlap. Monroe can't find him. And Garvey makes a steal at midfield. Retchin fires it out wide. Zach Richards inside to Retchin. It scoots through. Goddard inside to Richards. Richards making a cutback move. Fires it out wide to Hanley. Hanley's going to get a shot on net. And Merrigan was crashing the far post. If that were to get through Sims,
I believe that's who he was looking for right there.
probably would have been an easy one touch in for Merrigan, but Sims comes up with a huge play. Riley trying to step up there and misses the ball. Chases down Navarro. Riley gets beat by Navarro. Navarro's got some space, crosses inside. Correction, Zach Richard, not Richards. Easthampton throwing, shot on net, goes wide right from Morgado. Easy goal kick. Diascali sends it past half. Riley, one touch to Shabelli. Shabelli, a quick cut move. Beats Marowitz. Ends up on Diascali. Back to Mazza. Out wide to Merrigan. Merrigan trying to find Monroe on the sideline. And Easthampton steals the ball. Zach Richard finds Hanley, and it's chopped out by Boyer.
If you're just joining us, we still have a 0-0 game with around just under 14 minutes remaining in the first half. Close game so far. Both teams have showed some offensive opportunities, but nobody has been able to bury one so far.
Presnell to Richard. Ends up on Shabelli's foot. Hanley chips it inside, and there's going to be an offside call on Monroe. Little too eager. East Long Meadow still having some decent offensive zone time. Easthampton also starting to pick it up. It's kind of going 50-50 now, Chad.
Yep, I would say so. Both teams with some shots off the crossbars, but none could find their way home.
Cleared out by Easthampton defense. And Belcher time chasing down Monroe. It jumps up to Presnell. And Danucci Sims comes up with an easy save. Passes it to Boyer. Headed down, Hanley chips it inside, nobody home. Goddard sends it out wide to Garvey.
So far, East Long Meadow just having a tough time finding guys on crosses. Maybe a little bit more crash than that would help. And eventually they'll find that open guy.
Richard touches it down to Shabelli. Shabelli inside to Presnell, and he tries to get a header on net. Danucci Sims comes up with another big block. Body on body there. Good defensive play, and it's going to be a goal kick for Sims. Just under 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Mazza looking for Hanley, and just a little too much juice on that one. Goes over Hanley's head. Easy throw in for Boyer. Boyer to Navarro. And Hanley with a nice little defensive play. Get it onto Richard's foot. Richard's back to Diascali.
Richard.
And Shabelli gets beat. And Easthampton quickly going the other way. Belcher time sends it up to Navarro. Riley defending, forces Navarro out towards the corner. And it's going to be an Easthampton corner kick. Riley with a solid defensive play.
I figured that was off white.
Yeah, me too. I also thought it went off of Navarro's foot, but I guess considering the effort that Navarro gave there, the referee's going to give him a corner kick. Boyer sends it towards the top of the 18, and Morgado easily scoops it up. And he lets one rip past midfield. Right to Presnell. Presnell, a quick one-touch down. To Shabelli, to Riley. Riley trying to find Richard. And Boyer steps up again and it falls all the way back to Morgado, and he'll roll it out wide to Mazza.
And Morgado communicating with Diascoli there, showing some good poise so far and awareness, and definitely helping his team out.
Merrigan racing up the sideline. Finds Retchen. Retchen's got a lot of space in the middle, makes a pass out wide to Hanley. Sam's got some space. Pass to Zach Richard, and a nice slide tackle by Bassis.
Richard almost able to get to the inside there, but a great defensive play right there.
Mazza, Shabelli, and I believe McCarthy coming out of the game.
And Riley's throwing goes right to the end line, and that'll result in a goal kick.
Excuse me, Hanley coming out. Richard doesn't win the battle. It's headed down. Easthampton on a fast break, and it's passed out wide to Marowitz, who sails one way high and right. Couldn't get the hips around on that one. AJ Morgado will have a freebie.
And they're giving Diascoli the goal kicks. I don't know if that's a permanent thing or not. He clearly has a boot, though.
Biggins in Navarro. One-on-one, Navarro beats Biggins. Tries to get a shot on net, but then Biggins steps up nicely to clear it out. Stone applying pressure. Ball falls back to Goddard. Inside to Navarro. And AJ Morgado comes up with a big save on Belcher time. It's a pretty cool last name, Chad. Belcher time.
I know, I thought you were about to say Belcher Town. I was like, what is he talking about? Playing Easthampton.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Quick throw in for number 8 of Easthampton, Zach Cloutier. And the ball finds the foot of an Easthampton player. AJ Morgado comes out to make a huge save. Nice aggressive play from them. East Longmeadow getting a little bit defensive now. They've got to try and get the ball out of the zone as Richard plays it out wide to Oliveri. Looks like the starting lineup is back into the game. Sends it up the far sideline to Monroe, and that ball is strongly booted out all the way over to us.
I almost caught it.
By number 16, Matt Bassis. Bassis and Goddard been locking down the middle rear tonight. East Longmeadow having a difficult time entering the zone.
And the ref will give East Longmeadow a little bit of a break there on that throw-in, sending Riley further downfield.
Riley switches fields, and it's headed down by Belcher time. Cleared up, being chased down by Garvey. And the ball ends up out of bounds. Quick throw in for Easthampton. Trying to find Navarro. Ends up on Presnell's foot. Presnell to Monroe, a quick touch pass, give and go to Presnell. Presnell goes out wide to Stone, and Stone can't make a play on it. Stone in a tussle with Garvey. Garvey, a quick pull out move to find the other Garvey. Probably brothers, I would assume. And it's going to be a throw-in for Josh Riley of East Longmeadow. just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Score is still 0-0. Stone trying to find a man. Contested by the Garveys. And it now pops out to Presnell. Presnell doing a great job on Belcher time, keeping the ball in the zone. It's cleared up. Morowitz and Diascoli. Diascoli will play it back to Morgado, and AJ will clear it back to midfield. Richard trying to touch it to himself. Patsy Diascoli making his way upfield. Sends it to the sideline to Oliveri. And it's kicked back down by Bassis. Picked up by Morowitz. Inside to Garvey. Garvey, a through ball, looking for Navarro. Navarro's in a foot race with Biggins, trying to beat him on the outside. And Biggins gives him the shoulder. Great play by Ben Biggins, and a goal kick for East Longmeadow.
Just using some physicality there to knock him off ball. And it just results in a great play for East Longmeadow and a goal kick.
Biggins could not have defended that one any better. Able to get his body in front, goal side position, and it ends up in a East Longmeadow goal kick for Diascoli. Sends it to Richard. And now Richard in a tussle with Garvey, and he wins the battle. Got a little bit of running room, tries to make a pass, and Goddard shuts that one down quickly. Navarro sends a through ball, and it's going to be an offside call for Belcher time, getting a little bit too timely on the outside. Merrigan catches a break there, and we'll have a kick from about the 20-yard line where he boots it up, looking for Presnell Monroe, and that one is fired out by Bassis. It's cleaned down by Garvey. Presnell battling. Stone tries to help out. Richard chases back. A great back check there from him to steal it from Garvey, and he sends it back to Morgado, who fires it. East Longmeadow has an odd man rush. Goddard sends it out towards the sideline. Smart play. Completely eliminating East Longmeadow's momentum.
And that'll leave us with 2.5 minutes left. Still a 0-0 game. Brady, what have you noticed so far?
So far, Chad, East Longmeadow's had a difficult time breaking Easthampton's defensive back line. Bassis and Goddard have just been locking that down all night so far. But AJ Morgado's also come up with some huge saves for East Longmeadow on the defensive end, coming out of his net, being aggressive. So some good things from both sides so far. Obviously, Easthampton's got a lot of speed up top with Navarro and Morowitz. So definitely got to be cautious with those guys. Don't want them to get too much running room. But other than that, it's pretty even so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Morgado has shown some great signs of improvement since that Ludlow game that I last watched. Shown a little bit more confidence in net and a little more communication with his defenders, and it's working out great for him so far. No goals allowed.
Danucci Sims trying to find Garvey, ends up on the other Garvey's foot. Garvey to Garvey. And a through ball broken up by Merrigan. Sends it to Richard. Richard, a quick touch pass to Riley. Riley looking for Presnell. Can't connect. Stone to Richard. Richard switching fields towards the far sideline. And Joe sending it inside to Richard. Richard gets a clean shot and scores! Zach Richard buries one right above the PK mark. Puts East Longmeadow up 1-0.
I believe, was that Stone on the outside with that ball, or am I mistaken?
I could not see the number.
It was difficult
trying to figure it out, but
either way, he was showing some patience. Let the play develop and then sent it to the inside. A beautiful pass and a beautiful goal to finish it off. Yeah, but I believe it was 3 from 19. So Richard with the goal, and I believe oh, it might be 6 or 3 from 6.
We're trying to figure out the assists.
I believe Brendan Stone had the assist, but I could be wrong.
No, it's whoever was on the far sideline there. I can't pick up the number right now, though. Oliveri dancing with it. Crosses it inside the 6. Nobody home.
I don't know.
Who's number 19? McColgan. Joe McColgan. So they're going to credit the assist to number 19, Joe McColgan, finding Zach Richard. And that'll do it for the half. East Longmeadow up 1-0, showing some signs of life late in the first half.
Yeah,
Serafino definitely excited about that one to have an early lead.
Starting to find the guys on the inside, and we're finally able to bury one. Zach Richard with a great goal.
Yeah, Richard just able to touch it to himself, create a little bit of space, and gets a clean shot on net. I mean, you get the ball at the top of the key all day long. I mean, you should just be burying those things all day. And
yeah,
Richard does a great job of creating space for himself.
He was showing flashes earlier in the game, right on top of the box, and I think he was due for one. So Richard,
absolutely.
Finally.
Richard, I'm not
His
sure.
First East Longmeadow goal, I
believe so, yeah.
As he played travel soccer last year, I think. I can't recall which team, but we have a few alumni here joining us today. We have Giroux and one of the Mazzas.
That is Zach Richard.
Oh, both the Mazzas, actually.
It's Richard's second goal of the season. And that makes him the leading scorer for East Longmeadow as of right now.
Oh, is that his second? Yep.
So East Longmeadow been a little bit light goal scoring wise so far this season.
Yeah,
but
played some tough teams so far. I think that that could change moving forward eventually. Like, you got to mesh against a team that's a little bit easier sometimes. Build some confidence, and eventually you can rise to those tougher challenges.
Absolutely, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how East Longmeadow is going to do in the second half. Being up 1 goal, will they be able to withstand the lead? Obviously, 1-goal leads, very hard lead to hang on to. So we'll see how they do this year. Welcome back. We're just about to kick off the second half, and I've got a special guest up here with me as of right now, Mr. Teddy Kuhn. Thanks for joining me, Ted.
Thank you. Thank you.
East Longmeadow with a 1-0 lead at the start of the second half. Teddy, obviously you've been here for what, first half of the game?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You've been able to watch the first 40 minutes. What are some positive things that have stood out to you, both sides of the ball?
AJ Morgado, you know, he's been on fire. Last 2 games, he's made some great saves. Some against Agawam, some today. And he's just popping out.
Absolutely. He's definitely getting a little bit of confidence. He's had a little bit of help from posts, too, tonight.
Oh, yeah.
A couple off the crossbar.
Uh-huh.
Same with Danucci Sims. He got a lucky bounce earlier in the game.
Yep.
But what great goal by Richards.
Yeah.
Richards, excuse me. Keep screwing that one up. But East Longmeadow looking to be more offensive tonight.
Yeah.
For sure. They've had a lot of offensive zone time. Ball spits out to midfield. And it's picked up by Mike Monroe, and he'll send it back to Merrigan. Merrigan, a through ball, stolen easily. And Merrigan again makes a quick cut move. Merrigan's got some space, looking for Presnell, and sends it behind him, and cleared out by Boyer. Sent up the far sideline to Riley. Riley blocked down by Belcher. Time sends it inside, trying to find Marowitz. And it's sent back out towards the far sideline. Garvey contested nicely. Not sure what number that is over there. East Longmeadow trying to get a fast break. Stone looking for Merrigan. And Marowitz beats him to it. Merrigan with the steal. Quick one-touch pass to Retchin. Retchin with a fake pull-over move. Crossing it.
Corner
and
kick.
Out of bounds. Ted, obviously, Ted, how long have you been out of soccer for? I know you used to play. We used to have an elite 8th grade team.
Yeah. Probably around, stopped in 7th grade, so I don't know, do the math there.
Teddy Kieran, math not really your thing, but that's all right.
Yeah. Anatomy is, though.
Anatomy.
Yeah.
Anatomy. We got Miss Hool.
Yeah.
Miss Hool, she's a great teacher.
I mean, been doing good in that class.
Oh, I'm sure I know you got those A's, Ted. A+, A+. That 4.0 GPA doesn't work itself.
Over.
Richard. Over 4.0. And that ball gets booted out of bounds. Going to be a Danucci Sims goal kick. 37-14 remaining in the second half. East Longmeadow been mostly on the offensive attack so far in the second half. Morgado hasn't really had to do too much back there. What about for Easthampton, Ted? Have you seen anybody that stood out to you up top in the back?
There was one guy who was really fast. I think it was number 3.
Number 3, yes, Marowitz.
Yeah, made a run for it, almost got through.
I believe Navarro as well, number 10.
Yeah.
They both are the leading scorers. I think one of them has 5 goals, the other has 4. So they're
this
definitely
season?
powerhouses.
Oh, yeah, send him.
Monroe to Richard. And picked up easily by Danucci Sims. And he sends one sky high.
That was high.
I don't know how they do that, those head balls like that, man. How there's not more
I've hit a few in my life. Yep, they hurt.
That one's sent to Navarro. He's double teamed by Merrigan and Retchin, and that ball goes out of bounds off of Navarro. It's going to be a throw-in for East Longmeadow. Merrigan to Monroe. Goes off his chest. He'll chip it up to Retchin. To Richard. Richard, a 3-on-1, and he's taken down.
Gotta be a foul.
And he will get it.
Oh, he plays it quick.
Play. Joe Presnell working the ball. Monroe. Back to Richard. Richard out wide to Retchin, and it's just a little too out of reach. Goal kick for Danucci Sims.
Think he gets it past the 50?
I'll take that bet with you.
He will not.
Retchin trying to settle it and kicks it out of bounds. Easthampton throwing for number 29. That's a new face tonight. Easthampton, Morowitz putting pressure on Biggins. And that ball settled down by Belcher time. Back to Navarro. Navarro to Marowitz. And Marowitz not able to make a play.
Zach Richards, he had a good last game at Agawam.
Were you at that game?
Yeah, I went.
Now, I believe they lost 1-0?
Yeah.
So it was a tight game.
It was.
So obviously East Longmeadow has...
We definitely should have finished some. We definitely should have won that.
East Longmeadow definitely a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
This could easily be already a 500 record, but they just need a couple breaks for themselves here and there.
Yeah.
So now we're nearing the 34-minute mark. And ball stolen. Picked up by Marowitz. He'll send it up the sideline. Trying to find Biggins. Biggins boots it out of bounds. So, Teddy, I appreciate you coming to join us tonight.
Yep.
Hope to see you again.
Indeed.
And go get the student section fired up.
Thank you, ladies and gents.
Chad O'Brien returning to the microphone. Chad, good to have you back, my friend.
Thank you.
Great performance there from Mr. Theodore Kuhn. Loved it a lot.
Yeah, I just got the tail end of it. I liked it, though.
Kid cracks me out. Throw in for number 29 of Easthampton, Stoddard. Stoddard throws it easily back to Goddard. And now inside to Ramosa. And it's settled down by Riley. And that ball is pushed out of bounds off of an Easthampton player. I believe that's Belcher time. And there's going to be a sub being made for East Long Meadow. Number 21, Sam Hanley, will be entering into the game, replacing number 14, Joshua Riley.
And who stepped back to left back there? Can't
I want to
see
say, I can't see those numbers from here.
I believe Hanley's taken left midi.
Merrigan and Morgado coming out to assist. He scoops it up, no problem there. Merrigan to Biggins. Biggins looking for Presnell, and it's hit down by Garvey. Richard out wide to Merrigan. Merrigan with some running room, looking for Monroe. Monroe with a nice little settle. Moves it out wide again to Presnell. Presnell's going to get a shot on net. A one-hopper right into Danucci Sims. Sims sends it way past midfield. And Navarro, with the help of Belcher time, they chase it down and ball goes out of bounds off of the East Long Meadow defender. Easthampton throwing to Garvey. Garvey, the touch move over the top. And the ball pops out to Stone. Stone playing it quickly to Presnell. Presnell's got space. Looking for Richard on the sideline. Richard switches fields. Looking, I believe, for
Hanley, I think.
Hanley. No, yes, Sam Hanley. Diascoli heads the ball down. Richard with a great play to maintain possession. Splits the defenders, looking for Presnell. Garvey defending nicely, and Stone comes to help. Finds Richard. Richard to Monroe. Monroe with a great touch move to himself. Back inside to Presnell. Presnell one touch to Stone. Outside. And it's goes out of bounds.
And that's too bad. Some great ball movement right there.
Oh, they're going to call an offsides on East Long Meadow.
Yep.
I believe that was McCarthy on the far sideline, or is that Hanley?
I think it was Hanley.
I can't tell, Chad.
It was Hanley.
Sam Hanley. Caught a little too eager there. And Oliveri. I think that's who's the left back is Oliveri, but I could be wrong again.
Yes, I think. Yeah, that would make
sense. They all
sense.
got the poofy curly hair, and it's
yeah, that's all.
Me.
That's Oliveri because he plays left back, and I think also a bit of left midi. So that would make sense that he switched back there.
It's gonna be a free kick for Easthampton. Boyer sends it into the middle to Navarro. Marowitz. Navarro headed down by Retchin. Played inside. Navarro to Garvey. To the other Garvey. A through ball in. Nobody home. Morgado scoops it up easily. And he sends that one to the 50. Monroe playing around Ramosa. Ramosa and Mike Monroe in a battle. Monroe wins and Richard picks up the ball. Hanley finds Merrigan on the far sideline. Merrigan looking for a through ball to Richard. And it goes off the foot of Bassis. It's kept in by Zach Richard. Merrigan steps up to help. And Stoddard looking for Merowitz. A head ball match. Navarro with speed beats Biggins, sends the ball to Marowitz. Diascoli playing defending, goal side. Defends nicely and sends up to Merrigan. Patsy Diascoli, the great defensive play. Marowitz obviously with a lot of speed. Dangerous offensive attacksman. And Diascoli shuts that one down, no problem. Oliveri looking for Hanley. They can't connect. And a sub coming in now. Number 22 for East Long Meadow, Luca Scibelli, will be replacing number 6, Brendan Stone. Oliveri looking for Hanley. Ends up on Ramosa's foot, and he'll clear it up to Navarro. Oliveri heads it to midfield. Bassis playing to Garvey. And Ramosa. Ball comes back to Stoddard with Retchin. Tyler Retchin plays the ball to Richard. Merrigan looking for a through ball, far side, finds Presnell. East Long Meadow would have had an odd man rush there. Just the ball was not quite far enough in front of Presnell where he had the opportunity to run into it.
Yeah, he wasn't quite able to settle it there, unfortunately, but it was a good look by Merrigan.
Ball inside, Monroe tries to go with the head ball, and Danucci Sims comes up with a big save. Garvey on Richard. Merrigan heads it to Richard. Richard a one-touch pass to Monroe. Monroe plays out wide to Presnell. Presnell looking for someone, gets a shot, and it goes wide just right in the right upper corner.
Still a 1-0 game. Just under 26 minutes remaining in the second half here. Only goal scored by Zach Richard from a cross from number 19, Joe McLaughlin.
McLaughlin, a freshman, making an appearance tonight. And McLaughlin sends it back to Merrigan. Merrigan another through ball up to Monroe. And it's defended nicely by Bassis. Headed down by Goddard. Goddard out wide to Stoddard. Pull back move from Morowitz. Playing towards the middle to Garvey. Garvey sends a through ball, looking out wide for Belcher Time. And Oliveri in a tussle with Belcher Time, and he wins and sends it up the sideline. Looking for Presnell. And cleared by Goddard. That ball runs to the sideline.
And I
and
believe that was
Oliveri trying to prevent a corner kick. I don't believe he was able to do so, so Easthampton will have a free kick. Easthampton looking to make a play, and Diascoli comes up with a big head ball. Playing it out to Hanley. Chased down. Inside to Morowitz. He tries to get a shot on that, and Diascoli comes up with a huge slide tackle save. Throw in to Garvey. Garvey plays it to the top of the 18, looking for Navarro. Settled down. And Joe Presnell has Monroe. They have a 2-on-3. Monroe. Through ball for Presnell. Monroe's got some space. Gets a shot. Danucci Sims with a big save. A rebound. Can't find Monroe's foot. And it's cleared out wide for Luca. Joe McLaughlin.
And Monroe almost able to bury it. I believe a chip shot would have done there.
Monroe just outside the 18. Couldn't quite elevate it. And Danucci Sims comes up with a huge save to keep this a 1-goal lead. Monroe trying to get ahead on it. Hanley chasing it down. Oliveri playing keep away from Belcher Time. And Belcher Time kicks it out of bounds. Oliveri will have a throw-in.
And all very willing to waste that little bit of time to go get that ball. A little bit strategic there.
Richard looking for Monroe, and that pass is broken up by Bassis. And that ball is cleared all the way back to the East Longmeadow zone. We're scooped up by Morgado. Once again, some good communication between Diascoli and Morgado. Merrigan beats the defender. Sends it to McCarthy. McCarthy to Mazza, and Mazza tries to find, I believe, Schiavelli midfield, and Schiavelli makes a nice slide tackle move. Ball sent back inside the 18 to Morgado from Hanley. Morgado with a little chip pass under the foot of Navarro. That could have been a little bit dangerous.
Yes, it could have.
Ramosa chasing down. Hanley comes up with a big steal to McCarthy. Through ball looking for Richard, and once again shut down by Goddard. And McCarthy taken down, and East Longmeadow gets a freebie out of that one. McCarthy with the ball to the far corner. Monroe with the header. Pops up into the air. Presnell trying to get ahead on it. McCarthy chasing after it after it was put out of bounds by Cloutier. McLaughlin trying to get his hips around. Can't quite do so. Little push in the back from Schiavelli there. And now a through ball all the way up to Marowitz. Marowitz in a foot race with Mazza. Diascoli once again steps up to make the play. And Marowitz a little bit shaken up. Looks like he might have been stepped on as he hobbles towards his sideline. Navarro sends a ball inside the PK mark. Mazza playing defense on Belcher Time, and Mazza boots it out of bounds. It's going to be a Easthampton corner kick for Mateo Navarro. Never mind, Joe Boyer will be taking the corner. Boyer to the top of the six, headed out by Mazza to Schiavelli. Schiavelli to McLaughlin. McLaughlin looking for Monroe. And broken up as Navarro chases that down. Morgado comes out of his net and scoops it up. Just under 20 minutes remaining in the second half. East Longmeadow up 1-0. Michael Monroe in a foot race with Ramosa. Wins the battle, sending it out wide to Hanley, and Stoddard playing nice defense there. And it's going to be an Easthampton throw-in for Stoddard.
So we've passed the 20-minute mark remaining in the second half. East Longmeadow still leading by 1, and hopefully they can hold on to that.
McLaughlin can't get a foot on it. Monroe chasing it down. And it goes out of bounds off of Monroe. It's going to be an Easthampton throw-in for Zach Cloutier. Cloutier launches one up to Garvey. Boyer overlapping. Garvey finds Boyer. Boyer back inside to Garvey and broken up by McCarthy. He sends it to Monroe. Monroe, a one-touch pass to Presnell. Presnell's got some space. looking for McLaughlin on the right side. McLaughlin wins the battle. Can't quite get a clean touch on it. Merrigan boots the ball out of bounds, and Joe Boyer clearly did not want that ball. Exchanges. McLaughlin playing defense on Garvey. Garvey sends it to the other Garvey. Diascoli. Belcher time. Merrigan in a foot race with Joe Boyer. Boyer a cutback move. Merrigan trying to step up again and pokes it out of bounds. It's going to be an Easthampton throw-in. Zach Cloutier. Throws in and right to Merrigan. Merrigan clears it out to Monroe. Monroe settles it down. And that comes out to Oliveri. Oliveri plays it to a one-touch pass to Hanley. Hanley to Schiavelli. And Presnell battling on the sideline. And the ball is kicked out of bounds by Bassis. And some subs coming out for East Long Meadow.
Michael Monroe comes out, and number 24, I believe, Tyler Retchen, yep, comes in. He may be playing as striker.
As well as 19 of Joe McLaughlin also exits the game. And I believe Zach Richard taking his spot. Merrigan across, looking for Presnell. And Hanley chasing it down. Finds the ball, Belcher time. Hanley moves his hips, gets it around, and Danucci Sims with a missile of a throw all the way up to Joe Boyer. Boyer getting a little bit handsy on Mazza. Mazza with a big win. And he tries to send it off. Gus Mazza with a great defensive play.
Yeah, Gus Mazza showing some confidence there, bringing the ball upfield, and he looks for Retchen. It's tipped out of bounds, and it results in an East Long Meadow throw-in. Great play.
Schiavelli. Across to Presnell, and he gets a header on net. Danucci Sims comes up with an easy save. That cross came from McCarthy.
Approaching the 15-minute mark here in this second half.
And a pass ends up on Morowitz's foot, or excuse me, Navarro. And Mazza a little shaken up, holding on to his right leg. It's a little slow to get up, both Navarro and Mazza injured on the play, as both coaches go out to see what the problem is.
And
As
Diane
well as the
will
trainer, Diane. Gotta love Diane.
She's got a couple cases.
Diane's got the ice packs ready to go in her igloo cooler. And looks like Navarro is up and walking on his own strength. Mazza still on the ground.
And there will be an injury timeout here. So both teams will gather with their coaches. I believe we'll take a moment.
Gus Mazza gets a standing ovation as he's carted towards midfield. Looks to be all right. Well, I guess you can call it a sitting ovation, but standing sounds a little bit better. Just under 15 minutes remaining in the second half. East Long Meadow up 1-0. Diascoli with a free kick. And he boots it up to McCarthy. McCarthy and Garvey battling at midfield. McCarthy wins the battle, looking for space, finds Merrigan. Merrigan a touch pass to Biggins. Biggins clears it towards midfield to Presnell. Hanley looking back inside to Richard as he's helped out by Retchin. And a nice defensive play made by Cloutier. Now Joe Presnell once again at the top of the 18. Tries to get a shot on net. And that ball is deflected out of bounds off of Samir Goddard. It's going to be an East Long Meadow corner kick.
So I'm starting to see that ball movement coming together for East Long Meadow on the defensive side of things. Number 10 and number 4 come in for Easthampton. That's Mateo Navarro and
number 4, I believe we haven't seen tonight yet.
yeah, we don't have a number for him as far as I'm aware.
Ball across inside of Monroe. Monroe turning his hips.
And he'll hit the outside of the post right there.
Pops one off the exterior iron. Didn't really have quite the angle there.
So as I was saying, hopefully East Long Meadow will be able to start to reflect that ball movement and chemistry on the offensive side of things. Still got a lot of players moving in and out in terms of strikers and right middies and left middies, so they'll look to gel there as well.
Richard playing over to Presnell. One touch to Shabelli. Back to Presnell, and he'll shoot it left of the net. No problem there for Danucci Sims. Sims boots it to the midfield point. Headed down by Shabelli. And that ball exits the playing field. And will be an East Long Meadow throw-in for Andrew Oliveri. Garvey on the far sideline for Easthampton. Working with Belcher time, a through ball, looking for Joe Boyer. Comes back out to Joe Presnell. Richard. A through ball looking for Presnell. Presnell's got a little bit of space. Runs out of real estate, and that ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for East Long Meadow. And number 4 is Jason Sigda. So he's making his first appearance tonight for Easthampton. Presnell on the corner. Sends it inside. There's some space. And Monroe buries it. Once again at a very difficult angle. But Monroe's able to get his hips around. And the ball finds the back of the net right off the left post.
So that's his first of the season, along with 2 assists, making him the leading point scorer so far, not in goals, but in points. So he'll finally bury his first one of the season. Quick one off the far post on an open net. Can't get much better than that.
Beautiful cross from Presnell, and there was absolutely no Easthampton defenders on the far post. And Monroe just, all he had to do was settle it and get a shot on net, and trickled in nicely for him. Sigda working with Garvey, firing it up to Navarro. Sigda again, working with Shabelli. Shabelli's taken down, and Sigda sends a through ball as that one's chased down by Navarro and ends up out of bounds.
Spartan goal scored by number 9, Mike Monroe. Assisted by number 5, Andrew Oliveri.
Just under 11 minutes remaining in this second half here. East Long Meadow with a 2-0 lead. And ideally they hold on to this and come out with their first win for the varsity squad.
So Andrew Oliveri credited with the assist on Rowe's goal. Richard looking for Presnell on the far side. Stolen by Schiavelli. Schiavelli's got a little bit of running room. Makes a quick cutback move. And contested by Garvey. And he makes a play up to Ramosa as Patsy Diascoli steps up. Ball's cleared back out. Ramosa with a little high foot action. Biggins trying to clear it right off of the kneecap of Diascoli. And Oliveri with some room. A lot of real estate to work with. And throws a dribbler on net. Danucci Sim scoops it up, no problem. And fires it out to Joe Boyer. Merrigan challenging. Retchin wins the battle. Retchin with some fancy footwork. Tries to find Merrigan running behind him. They can't quite connect, but some good showing there from Retchin.
Yeah, just a good display of skill. Unfortunately, it was a little too much.
Ball boy
knocks over a water bottle.
Yeah.
Impressive. It's like he's at the Big E right now.
Merrigan to Monroe. Pops that one up. And ends up on the foot of Goddard. Cleared back out towards the half-field mark. Belcher Time and Oliveri go up for the head ball, and it's picked up by Diascoli to Biggins. Garvey and Oliveri. Played out wide to Hanley. To Oliveri again. Contested by Belcher Time, and he'll kick the ball out of bounds. 8:45 remaining in the second half. East Long Meadow up 2-0. Looking to hold the lead and collect their first win of the season. Ball spits out to Goddard, and he tries to clear it towards the sideline, and there's a whistle on the play. A throw-in for East Long Meadow. Belcher Time trying to find Navarro, and Diascoli plays it nicely out wide again on the far sideline to Oliveri. Oliveri getting chased down by Belcher Time. Finds Hanley. Couple quick touch passes. Ends up on Richard. And he's looking for Retchin on the outside, and that play is broken up. And we have an Easthampton player down on the 30-yard line. East Long Meadow with possession in the offensive attack zone. And there will finally be a whistle. It looks like it's number 1, Joe Boyer, down on the play, and he is holding on to his left knee.
I think it was his right.
His right, perhaps, yeah.
Yeah.
Right leg. And he was not really moving too much on the ground. Probably just a bit of a, hopefully just a little
cramp or something.
Bruise or cramp.
Never know, though.
So East Long Meadow, Chad, this second half have been applying a lot of offense. Honestly, I really haven't seen AJ have a lot of action at all in net in the second half, which is a good thing. That means the defense is stepping up. Obviously, Diascoli has made some huge plays tonight.
Yeah, kid's definitely shown his athleticism. Biggins also back there, and the backs as well. Merrigan and Oliveri have been doing their job, so definitely that back line is holding up, and it's given opportunity for the offense to get some stuff going.
And Joe Boyer
limps off the field.
Is jumping, can't even put any weight on his foot, so that is not a good sign.
That's an interesting way to get off the field.
And it should be a free kick for Easthampton, and it will be. Garvey with the ball.
So just over 7:30 remaining in the second half. East Long Meadow still up 2-0 if you're just joining us. And they will look to hold on to this for their first win of the season if they succeed in doing so.
Monroe trying to find Presnell on the through ball. Monroe gets tangled up with Garvey, loses the battle, and that ball is sent up to Bassis. Easthampton making some offensive changes as they sent number 16, Matt Bassis up top, hopefully looking to create some scoring opportunities. Obviously, the loss of Joe Boyer will have an impact. Presnell playing a little bit of game of footsie there with Gabe Ramosa.
I believe it was an offsides.
And I will confirm that it was an offsides, Chad. So Easthampton gets a free kick. Richard, a touch to Shabelli, and Shabelli's taken down at midfield, but it ends back up on Richard's foot. Richard sends it towards Retchen, towards the far flag. Retchen with a little bit of room to work with. A pull over move, sends it inside, kicks back out directly to Retchen. Retchen to Richard. Richard to Retchen. And Retchen tries to cross it towards the middle, and it is defended by Zach Cloutier.
And we'll reach the 6-minute mark.
Retchen throwing it in, looking for Richard. Ends up on Navarro's foot. Diascali stepping up, finds Shabelli. Shabelli plays backwards towards Oliveri. Oliveri out wide to Hamley. And he plays back to Oliveri. Oliveri all the way back to Morgado. Garvey contests with Presnell, and that ball goes out of bounds off an Easthampton player.
And throwing for East Meadow.
Easthampton making their way upfield. Garvey passing it back up the line towards the flag. And that ball will go out of bounds. Should be an East Meadow goal kick. We have reached the hot table final 5. 5 minutes remaining in the game. East Meadow still up 2-0. Also, by the way, Hot Table has their new specials out. They got the harvest salad and the chicken bacon ranch panini. I have not tried either. Chicken bacon ranch sounds pretty good to me, Chad. The harvest salad, not my kind of thing.
I could definitely rip a chicken bacon ranch.
But I'm definitely, go get yourself a chicken bacon ranch. Come see me on the grill. I am the Hot Table Grill Master. I will do some hibachi tricks for you, maybe fire some chicken at you at the line.
Which location?
Hot Table Breckwood, just to confirm. The location next to Western New England University.
What is that, Wilbraham Road?
I have Breckwood. I don't know. Somewhere in Springfield.
Wilbraham Road.
Wilbraham Road, whatever. I don't know. I think it's Breckwood
Next
Road.
to Taco Bell.
Yes, and Patty's Irish Pub.
Yeah.
Great location. Shabelli. And it goes off the toe of Merrigan and ends up out of bounds. Merrigan, a head ball to Retchen, and Retchen sends it all the way up to Monroe, and it's headed down by Ramosa. Ends up on Tyler Retchen's foot, and Retchen on a 1-on-2 battle wins it. Retchen up the sideline again, using great body position, and wins the battle. A free kick for East Meadow. Great job by Tyler Retchen.
And Retchen just showing some determination, getting through that 2-man on him right there, and he's able to win that free kick for his team. Just a great play for the young guy.
Merrigan slows it down a little bit and settles the ball and fires it into the attacking zone where it's cleared out of bounds
And
by the Easthampton player.
Under 3 minutes remaining. 2-0 is the score.
Retchen, a throw-in, ends up on Goddard's foot and chased down by Luca Shabelli. He plays it out wide to Sam Hanley. Hanley, a chip pass inside to Monroe. And that pass is broken up. Merrigan playing some solid defense. Biggins steps up on Navarro. Navarro beats Biggins on the battle and sends it up to Bassis. Bassis with a 3-on-3 going the other way. Pulls up around the 15. Navarro trying to find a little through ball to Sigda. Ball pops back out to Retchin. Retchin looking for Presnell. And Ramosa steps up. No contest. Navarro to Garvey. Garvey looking for Belcher time. AJ Morgado steps out of his net and picks the ball up, no problem. Minute 40 remaining in the game. Ball goes over Retchin's foot. He settles it down. Monroe chasing the ball to Retchin. They have a 3-on-1 on the right side. Retchin looking for space, sends it inside to Presnell. Goes off the back of Ramosa and ends up in Danucci Sims' arms. And Danucci Sims with a rocket way past midfield. Navarro chasing down Biggins. Biggins able to have goal side body position, sends it up to Merrigan. Merrigan in a battle with Garvey, a little push in the back there. No call. Morgado comes out of his net and scoops it up, no problem.
And we are under a minute here. 45 seconds remaining. Morgado boots it out midfield.
Retchin. Joe Presnell. With some real estate. A through ball to Hanley. And a shot and a great save by Danucci Sims. Hanley with a great overlapping through ball run.
And Eastlawn Meadow just starting to put together some offense and really starting to show some chemistry, in my opinion, with that 2-0 game. And I believe we'll probably end it right there with 10 seconds to go. They'll throw it in and they'll just hold on to it. Oh, no, they take it. Oh, quick shot.
Danucci, oh my goodness.
Monroe takes a shot Monroe takes a shot off the crossbar right there. I thought they were just going to hold on to it.
Yeah, I mean,
They
Monroe
went for
with
one
another
more.
scoring opportunity. Could have got himself a little extra point there today.
Yeah, tried to
Chad,
catch him by surprise.
Eastlawn Meadow clinches their first win tonight over Easthampton Eagles.
Here at home.
Score of 2-0. So honestly, Chad, to me, that did not look like a team that doesn't have a win yet this year at all. It
Yeah, I
doesn't
think
look like a
that-
team at all that is losing and getting shut out. They looked much more connected tonight. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
I think they were really composed. I saw some great plays, particularly by Patsy Diascoli, Richard. I mean, a bunch of guys. They were putting stuff together. They looked good out there tonight.
Absolutely.
Much better than what I saw from their last home game. So.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, and I believe one of the recent games, Diascoli and Morgado had a difficult time communicating with each other, and that ended up in a couple of goals. Shout out to Mia Mecha and Bridget Jordan. Thanks for the waves. But they definitely were able to communicate more tonight, and it ended up with obviously a shutout for Morgado.
Yeah.
Great to see. Going to give them a big confidence boost going into the rest of the week.
Yeah, you love to see it.
And I'm not really sure who else. I believe Eastlawn Meadow is playing Minnechaug at home tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So hopefully maybe we'll see you then. But other than that, I'm Brady Dolbeck alongside Chad O'Brien. Thank you for joining us here tonight on LCAT. Have a great night.